Thank you so much for being here today. Because it's Saturday, and usually Saturday we used to do other things, right? And you are here in this super DevFest. So thank you so much for being part of this talk. So this talk is reframing how to measure our success. So it's a topic that is sometimes we forget about all the wonderful things that we are doing. So I would like to have this space with you just to talk about some things that could help all of us to take more advantage of the things that we are doing. So to tell you something about myself, so I'm Giovanna Galleno. I have like 15, more or less, a little more than 15 years, like a soft skill trainer. So that is my base as a background. I have trained like a more than 10K people individually and in groups. And I have been also program manager in Google in the developer relations. So that's why I'm so happy here, because I was the community manager of Italy, and GDG Venezia was part of the organization that I was following. So, and this is the first time that I'm here. When I was a community manager, I couldn't come to the DevFest. That's why I am today so happy. And then I switched to be a project manager, and now I am in the tech as a project manager. I am also founder of Design and Success. That is part of the community that we are trying to spread the part of the human power. That's why I'm here today talking about this subject. So this is Design and Success, and this is my LinkedIn in the case you want to connect. I will be happy to have you in my LinkedIn connection. So I think we are ready to start. Today, what are the goals? So you are going to invest 45 minutes of your time. I always said 45 minutes of your life, because time is life. So what are we going to talk about today? Today we are going to identify and celebrate hidden wins. We are going to apply practical ways to measure success and explore success as a personal and unique journey. So that are the goals for this talk. So now, I want you please to shot this QR code. You are going to go to a survey. Everybody get the, no, just a second, I'm going to put it again. Tell you the truth, I lost the mouse. Just a second. I have lost the mouse in the. It's not compatible with the technical things. It's just the beauty of being live. Okay. Now I got me this. Okay. Thank you so much for starting the survey. I would like to understand. Here, yes. Here is the extended. Now the thing is that it's not compatible with my computer. Yes, I don't see my mouse because of the.
Because you're mirroring yours.
Yes.
Duplicate.
Yes.
Is it good for you?
Yes.
If we duplicate.
No, yes. Sorry because of that. Okay. The thing that the old technology, my computer, it wasn't compatible with. Okay, now it show everything when it didn't should show everything. Okay. So let's see. I want to understand. Well, okay, we have a lot of front-end developers, and then we have students. What else? What I would like to. Entrepreneur, mobile developer, educator, chief. Oh wow, we have something about AI here. So. Oh, software project manager, wow, some colleagues here. A student, front-end developer, Yeah, thank you for the information, because that way I can understand how to put the conversation. So I think we have finished. For the people who has just arrived, please, if you go to the QR code, you can write what is your role or what are you doing right now, if you are students or if you want to share your role in the company. Okay, I think we have an audience with a lot of students, which is something very nice. So thank you so much for that. We continue receiving some, but I think students are the one who has win here. So let's continue with our presentation. First, I'm going to change to the other. Stop here and start here, because then we are going to do another one. Okay. So here, I would like to start from what is your definition of success? Forget about what Google said or what the dictionary says, okay? I would like you to get like 30 seconds in your mind, and just think about a definition, your own definition of success. 30 seconds. This is just for you. Maybe it's not the first time that you are thinking about what is success for you, but if it's the first time, it's your first draft about your definition of success. Okay. Now, I'm going to go again here, and I want you, now you should have another question that is related with definition of success, if it's okay, right? So right there, you can write more than one if you want. So I'm going to leave a couple of minutes you to write. Don't worry, it's anonymous, so you don't need to put your name. It's just I would like to understand how this group of amazing people today define success. Giovanna is doing people work today, no? too many questions. Okay, let's see what are the answers. Okay, the answers are arriving. We have a lot. Doing something impactful, achieve my goals, be a good parent. How many of your set goals you achieve? A lot of money, okay. Being happy, achieving results without excessive effort. Target my objective, being identified as a good person. It's fair, no? It's your own definition of success. So, okay, money, carry the cross. Okay, that one is, I am curious about the meaning of this part, okay. Target my objective, being identified as a good person, okay. Be able to decide how managing my time, okay. Interesting, this. Okay, and someone else is typing.
Oh, sorry.
Not typing anymore, okay. Oh no, there are other people that is checking it. Okay. We have an expert here in this room of AI. So they said, don't be replaced by AI. So I think the person who is talking about AI say, don't worry, AI should be just a good partner in our work, shouldn't replace us. Independence, okay, this is a very nice definition. Okay, so thank you so much for your sharing. I am very happy with the things that you have shared. And now let's continue with our presentations. Okay, so it's exactly some of the ones is being recognized. This is, I always do these kind of questions, and these are the ones that more or less are the same in the answer of that survey. So being recognized as a change maker on my team. So sometimes many people love this part. Feeling happy doing what I love. We have seen in the list something similar. Finding balance between my personal, professional, and family life. This is another thing that is a definition. Achieving financial independence. Someone says independence. So, and then creating my own business and exceeding client expectations. So some people want to be also entrepreneurs, and I saw in the list some entrepreneurs here. So I think you match with this definition. So as you can see, definition of success. So success is something abstract and is subjective. So we should tailor metrics to fit our own definition of success. There are metrics for many things. No? Now we work with data. Everybody needs data. Even ourselves, we work with data to understand what is happening in our environment. So let's do that. So that is what I'm here trying to share, some ways to understand how to do that. I have bring this example. Many of you maybe are working on it to arrive here, no? Because we have a lot of students. So you are working every day to arrive to the day to say, no, we did it, I did it. So that is a picture of a celebration that we have achieved a goal. For many people, this is already has been made, has been achieved, okay? But I would like you to use this example. This is just a simple example of many goals that we want to achieve. But check this moment, okay? This is a moment, a special moment of celebration about a goal. But if you realize, we always celebrate achievements, but big achievements, no? Because to arrive here, how many years do you have to study? More or less. So, yes, 3, okay? In other countries, it's even 5 years. And after comes the masters and all the things. So it's a lot of our time, a lot of our resources to arrive there. And when we celebrate, when we arrive there, so after 3 years, we said, okay, I did it, okay? The idea is we have this goal, but we are going to check what happened inside of this celebration, the hidden wins, which means that to arrive to that moment, you have been like building little achievements to arrive there. From the moment, I remember in one talk, in one workshop I had about this topic, someone told me, pass mathematics was a super achievement, because that was the one that if I didn't pass, I couldn't finish and arrive to celebrate there. So sometimes we don't realize that every day we are achieving something. Little things, that's why they are hidden wins. We just always think about the big ones. So, okay, I have, and someone told me once, yeah, I bought my house. I have to work, I don't know how many years to do that. Okay, but yes, but okay. How do you feel now that you achieved that goal? I'm tired, because it was a lot. Okay, so we should understand that behind the scenes of every big achievement, there are a lot of goals that we have achieved that they are little ones, but they are really important, okay? That is the sense of this talk, identifying hidden wins. How we can do that? Because wins are our source of motivation. So why do you get up every day? And why do you do every day everything that you are doing? What is your motivation? There is some motivation? No? Okay. That should be, no? So I think that is a motivation for many of us, or majority of us. Okay, something more personal. So there is a real motivation why you are doing the things?
Purpose.
There is a purpose, Natalie.
I like what I do.
You like?
Enjoyment out of it.
Yeah. I get up every morning. I do the things that I have to do, not because the sense should be, I get up every morning, I do what I do, not because I have to. Because if I see it in that way, it's like, oh my God, I have to go. I don't have to go to work because I work remote, but okay, I have to go to my desk. Turn on my computer and start all the day with the calls. No? And it's, oh my God. And then when you open your computer and sometimes we are like mandatory to open the webcam. You have, hey, yeah, yes, excellent, excellent. You finish the call. Oh my goodness, okay, now 5 minutes for the next one. So if that is, you lose all your energy there. So the idea is you have to find your why. So forget about all these things, okay? You have to have clear what is your why. Why are you doing everything that you are doing? Okay, maybe that why is from here to 5 years, perfect. So you have to plan what you want to do every day to achieve there. In that way, these hidden wins are going to be your source of motivation. Because the day that is not, no, today in Italian the phrase is no, the giorno no, everything goes wrong, I don't like this, I have to go back to do this, I don't like this. It's not, this could be, because everybody has a day that we are not 100%, but shouldn't be the rule, okay? The idea here is to understand first, what do you want to achieve? And then you are going to identify what are the wins that you have done. If you never have think about your wins in the past, this is a way to start analyzing what you have achieved. And it's by doing, and I'm sure that you know the meaning of this, reverse engineering, right? Who can tell me what is reverse engineer? Not everybody at the same time, just one, okay? Really, someone can help me? Okay.
Taking a final product and discovering how it's made.
Going back to understand how that was made. Thank you so much. Okay, we can do the same thing with our achievements. But you have to do some questions to arrive there. The first one is, what obstacles have you overcome? What happened? Maybe time, maybe money, maybe you didn't have the right mentoring. There are many, many answers to this question, depends on what you have been doing. The other one, what small but important choices have you made? There are many people that needs to work to study or to pay the rent or to continue doing the things. So sometimes we don't have all the time to do the things, but we make some decisions. So these are two questions that are very important to understand what we have done in the past. This is just like a training for you to put your mindset that try to analyze and understand the wins. Who work with data here? I expect everybody. Data, data sets, okay, analytics. Now the people, everyone needs data, okay? When you receive data, the data is clean, right? It's perfect. So you use exactly the same data set and you put it in your AI model, so you don't need to clean data. It's perfect. That is, no? a dream to come true for a data analyst or AI expert of all the data analysts or all the people who needs to deal with data. It's the same here. So you just need to go to your own data, because all the things that you have done to achieve an important goal is full of data. And you have to go there and identify what are those specific things that make special that. And we are very good analyzing data, doing our work, but when we need to put these skills in ourselves, we don't have time, right? We are good like a professional, but start doing the same thing with your own data. Identify what are the things that you are doing well. What are your skills that identify you and make you to stand out? So this is something that you can start doing to understand what are your wins and how well you have been doing. Okay, now I want to share some strategies and benefits of putting some things on a way that you, from now on, start looking for these hidden wins. First thing, you have to give them visibility. So because if you are hidden and you don't see them, how is possible that other people is going to see them? Because sometimes what happens when we go to the performance evaluation? What happened there? You arrive. First, you have to fill some form, maybe, depends on the company. Then you have the interview with your manager that gives you the results. And just a question, your expectations are aligned with the things, the feedback that you receive of your manager? No, because you get surprised because you get, increased salary, another role, another position because you are considered the best. That is because not aligned? Or is because they didn't see the contribute, they didn't see what you did, your contribution. And we feel bad because you have been doing a lot of things, maybe working overtime sometimes. And you say, why? I have done a lot of things. Yes, but they haven't seen it. Maybe you haven't seen it either. And that is the problem that we have. So, giving visibility is not just for you. Giving visibility is also for growing in your professional life. So, just like a suggestion is start creating a tracker. This is very useful, especially when you have to arrive to the moment to start filling these forms or these. There are sometimes in the platform that you have to put all the things that you have done. If you are tracking what you are doing in your personal life, in your professional life, even in your social life, including community things, many people have get a job because they have been part of a community and they are doing projects in a community. Because sometimes, especially if this message is for the students, is sometimes you don't have the opportunity to have a position and a role to show your leadership, for example. But if you are part of a community, you can do support in projects, and then there you have an experience as a leadership in following a project, guiding a project. Okay, so it's also part of our tracker, that part, even for an interview job, when they ask you if you have some experience. So, why is useful create a tracker? Measure your progress. So you have to have clear, everything that I'm talking today is part of the fact that you have a plan for your life. So you have a vision, what you want, and you have a plan, okay? And you are achieving goals, but we want to understand what are all the things that we have been doing and give value to those things. So that's why first thing is allows you to measure your progress. Recognize the value of your contributions. This goes for the professional life. So every day, sometimes we receive like, today you saved the day. We have our chat with all the team, and many times say, you saved the day, you are super, yes, you help us with this, the customer wanted this to be changed immediately and you did it. Okay, we have that chat, we leave it there, but when I arrive home, it's like, what I did? Nothing, it's something that I always do. So it's part of what I do every day. No, because you don't see your value. Everything that for you is normal is not normal. So you have a gift, but you have to highlight your gift. If you create this tracker and you every day said, okay, today I was able to do these little things, then you are going to understand at the end of the month or after 15 days, or when you do your review, now you are going to check about that later, you are going to understand why it's important to track the things that you're doing. Clearly demonstrate the tangible impact you make. This is also for your work. When they ask you, okay, so what did you do? What was excellent that you did for contribution for the team? So you, before the interview, before taking your filling the form or filling in the platform, you have to enter your input for your performance evaluation. Here you have a list of things that you have done that you forget because it's every 6 months, every year, depend of the evaluation. Okay, so first thing, give visibility. You can use another tools, but create a tracker is perfect. Set up regular reviews. Measure your progress, what we were saying. How do you measure your progress? These reviews are with yourselves. So help you to adjust a strategy. So maybe I wanted to achieve something, okay? And I said, okay, I'm going to do it in 1 month. So after this month, I do a review of myself. I check my tracker, and I realize that I achieved another thing. So I didn't follow my own plan. Something is going wrong. Sometimes it's something that I did that I forgot about my goal, but sometimes it's my resources weren't enough to do what I wanted to do. Whatever was the cause, the important thing is you have to realize what is taking you far away to achieving your goals. Prioritize what truly matters. And here this is related with your resources. What are the most important resources that we have? What do you think? Time. Another? Energy. Perfect. Another one? Money, okay. Another one? People. Great. Another one? Is there another one? Our skills. Our own skills. Our knowledge, our experience. Sometimes we don't take that in consideration, but it's important. So when I say prioritize what truly matters is I have to do many things, okay? But if I don't have enough of these resources that you have mentioned, what I can do is, okay, the most difficult is money, no? Money sometimes is not easy to find it. So the other ones depends on how we do the things, for even the people that we have as a resource. Okay, so I get the resources that I have, and I have to prioritize my goals, my plan, and say, okay, maybe I am not going to do this, but this is important and impactful, so I'm going to use everything that I have for this, because it's essential. Make the best use of your resources that we have said, and reflect on what you have accomplished. There is the part that you are going to track your progress, and you are going to realize what are your goals. These are the source of motivation that you need. Because when you have to, imagine that it's like traveling to your favorite place, but it's very far, and you have to do a trip with your car maybe, but you have to drive like 20 hours. Okay? But the thing is, you're going to arrive to that place that is awesome. So you say, okay, doesn't matter 20 hours driving, I'm going to arrive there. If you go directly, just driving, no? Okay, maybe going to sleep a couple of hours and then continue driving to arrive as fast as possible, okay? Maybe you arrive tired. But if you enjoy the trip, you go, okay, well, I have to arrive there, but there are all these little cities around, okay? Let's go to have half an hour, 1 hour to go to eat, to talk with people, to understand. That is the way that you should design how to arrive to your goals. Enjoying every moment, every situation, even if the situation is not the best. Because something that is, I cannot tell you statistics because sometimes now that we are surrounded by data, everybody asks for, okay, where is the source of that? But I can tell you that many people that go to my training and talk to me, they always said, yes, it was hard to arrive here. But I understood that everything that I did before was important to make possible this opportunity that I have now. So even the moment that, some moments in our life that are not nice, they help us to be prepared for something big. So that is the way that we should take these hard moments in our life. Okay, now to go to the part of measuring success, we have to measure always with context and with value. This part is to tell you that we cannot take the same metrics that everybody use. Okay, I cannot say, okay, there is a rule, this is the rule, these are the metrics that you have to take to say, I have achieved success. We said that success is subjective, right? So we have to go for context and value. This is not something familiar for you. When we talk about data, what are one of the things that everybody says about the data? You have to give context to the data. Because if you receive a data set and you start cleaning and doing not all the things, but you don't have the context how it was this data was collected. You don't know why they just decide maybe it's a data set that has some bias. Usually, we get some data with bias. So we need to have the context about that. And then we have to also have, to understand what is the value of that data for my analysis or for my AI model or whatever do you need to use. Is the same to measure our success. Context. We all begin from different starting points. I cannot compare my professional career with another person because I start in a way and other people start in another way. Okay? They have maybe more opportunities or less opportunities. They didn't have the opportunity to work in different projects, so maybe they had the opportunity to work different projects. I am not, okay? With resources that differ from others. So my resources are different from the others. All the resources that you have mentioned, they are totally different. Money, people that I have around, time, okay? Everything is different. And our current situation has its own pace, limits, and opportunities. So that's why when we want to run, sometimes we cannot. Because the process, if I put together all the things that we have talked now, is different. So these factors shape how and when we reach our goals. But they can change, okay? So depends. So this is something that is going to evolve. Talking about value, these two questions are vital. Which activity will have the greatest impact right now? So you have to select the one that is going to have a better impact. And what can I pause without blocking my progress? So prioritizing. Here is about priority. Best practice, this is the part that I give you some ideas. Ask for feedback. Sometimes we are superheroes. We pretend that we can do everything. But we are a little superheroes. We have superpowers, so it's fair to say that. But collect it from people who have witnessed your growth. I would say we have many people around us. There are different kind of people around us. There are people who, without asking you anything, they come and they support you, they motivate you, and they give you sometimes advice to grow in your career. There are other people that you have to ask for that. And there is other people that instead of motivating you, they are like a source of not the let's say positive vibes. It's true. Unfortunately, we get all this in any place that we can share. And then celebrate milestones. So give yourself always a reward. Have you heard about this Pavlov? Do you remember? That is a condition that when you give a reward, it's like the first time, the second time, the third time to a dog. The dog was, oh, it's coming. No, something that I love. And then just associated with some noise or something, a way that the person was, the way that they approach, they start feeling the emotion without having anything. It's something that is, let's say, training your brain, even to be prepared in those moments that they are not sweet things, but maybe more difficult things to do. It's obviously we are not dogs, we are not pets, right? But our brain loves to have good news, love when we celebrate something. And if you go to check some articles about neuroscience, you are going to understand that sometimes we can even hack our brain, make our brain believe that things are going well to get out of a difficult situation. So it's everything about us. That's why there are some people that says the only person who can save you, put you in a position to be a winner, is yourself. Because you can be surrounded by people that every time is cheering for you. But if you don't believe that you are going to achieve success, you are not going to do it. So you are your best friend and you are your best enemy at the same time. It depends what is your mindset. And this is about that. So I invite you to celebrate even the little things. Discover your hidden wins. Okay? And now change the mindset. Every day trying to find what was the thing that today made me feel good. Or if I didn't have anything that I feel good, so let's reflect on what should I do tomorrow to have this opportunity. It's like that. So it's just you helping yourself to get success. So from now, you can start identifying and celebrating your hidden wins, doing reverse engineering. Start doing your track about the things that you have achieved now. You have many achievements. For the people who is already working, you graduated, you get your first job, Maybe you are doing what you wanted to do in life. Maybe you are running for something, for a new role or a hobby that you have, and you are really doing great and you feel great. So just start celebrating that. Applying practical ways to measure success, some ideas I have given to you. Exploring your success as a personal and unique journey. Don't try to measure yourself with other people. Don't try to compare yourself with other people. You have different skills, you have different resources, you have different time, we have different people around us, so everything is unique. And then stop comparing and start celebrating. So that is the idea, that is the message. Find your hidden wins and start celebrating, even if they are little ones. You are going to understand how your brain is going to start being your best friend. And you're going to need every day to do something to say, today I did this. Okay, today I have a colleague that is, we always said that he's a source of energy because he always comes and say, today I discovered why the pipeline is not working. It was awesome. I said, okay, so you are, but say, no, because I was 1 week trying to find the problem. And then it's like, wow, it was this thing. And then I share it with other person, and they told me, oh, we had the same problem. We are going to try what you have done, and then I help them all. So it's a little thing. So let's try not only celebrate our own things, but help others to celebrate the things that they are doing. That's why this is another message. Surround yourself with positive people. And it's a little hard, but sometimes it's better when you leave that people that is not contributing positively with your growing. First thing, try to help them to understand. No, it's not just to, because we have to, always inclusion is important. But if you realize that you are trying to help them to get the positive side, but looks like they like to be in the dark side, you cannot maybe help them. So don't try to get contaminated about that. So try to always put your goals as the main thing to do. Okay, so before finishing, I would like to share with you. So I have created this community, Designing Success. That is a community that has this goal because it's a space that fosters connection and mutual empowerment and personal discovery. So if you would like to have some information, we are creating some content right now. So now our goal is go to the communities and promote with this talk a little the things that we are doing, but we are going to start producing also some content, and we are going to start sharing there. So if you want to be in contact with the community, maybe we can find each other in another talk, in another event, just in a community event. And if you, I don't know, your company is based in Milan or has an office in Milan and they like to have events of community, please write to us because we are looking for locations to go without any cost to give some of this talk and sharing about different things related with human power. So we will be great to receive your support about this. So thank you so much for that. And thank you. So that is my LinkedIn too. So if you want to connect, happy to connect. So if you have any question, this is the time. Even if it's something that I said, you are not in the same position of this I have said, I would like to hear your point of view because that is the way that we get better, we improve. So do you have any questions, any comment? You are going to start discovering your hidden wins. Okay, so at the beginning of this presentation, maybe everyone wasn't here, but I asked a question, and the question was, how do you feel? That was the same answer. So energy is not like a top, okay, but it's because I just launched it like this. Okay, now prepare yourself. Think about your goal, okay? A goal that you want to achieve. Imagine that you have all the resources. You have money, you have people, you have time, you have a lot of skills that are very useful for achieve that goal. So, okay, charge yourself of energy, think about your goal, okay? Processing, okay? Okay, now I want to tell you, who wants to have success? Okay, I think there are some people that is a little doubting, but okay. Okay, you have to believe, okay? You have to believe. You are already successful. You just need to celebrate that and continue working to achieve the big picture. So the picture that I show you, that is the big picture, but you need to create every little piece every day. And another tip, who works with to-do lists? All of us. They are the best one, no? Okay, I give you a tip, an extra tip. Use the planning and the prioritization in this to-do list. So, your to-do list, put there all of the things that I have to do. What are the ones that have more impact for the things that I want to achieve today or this week? Put it in the top. Then, what are the resources that I have to achieve those ones? Rechange the priority. And then, all your energy, all your time, all the best of you have to go for those 3 or 4 priorities that you put in the top of your list. If it's like that way, you are going to start achieving more. Because you know what happened? Our brain, I told you, is our best friend or our best enemy. We always try to do first the little things, right? You say, okay, this is easy, I'm going to do it. But should be different, should be, let's start for the complex things where I have energy, and then I go for the others. And then it's too complex. Who works in Agile here? Scrum? There's anywhere? Okay. What we do in a Scrum when we have a complex feature? Break it down. Exactly. That is the same thing that we should do with our goals. If it is too big, if I need too much energy, I am just like, I always do things, but it's like I am not arriving anywhere. You need to break down. You have to create milestones. You have to create goals. You have to create activities. The same things. You have your epics, or you have your features. You have your, depends, no? You have Jira, you have your stories, or you have other things. You have your PBI. So it's the same. So thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate if you have any feedback. I'm going to be around today. Just come and maybe we have a little conversation. But if you have any question, this is the time, right, Alberto? Perfect. So, any question? Oh, was super clear, or it was like a, okay. No, thank you so much for your time. It was super great to be with you. Thank you, Alberto. Okay, now.